Hi. Let me turn up my mic and the brightness on my screen. Hi, everybody. The people in the day, they wait for me from when. Anyways, shout out to everybody that is in here. Merlene SG says hi, good afternoon. Hi, Merlene. Andrea say good day. I'll be forgetting that I can actually show y'all the comments on the screen. And then Trudian Francis. Hi, Trudian. Merlene SG say you're hiding or what? I'm not. I just didn't add my screen to the thing yet. Kim would say hello. Hi, Kim. Courtney said hello. Look nice. Hi, Courtney. Ross Jada say hi. Hi, Ross Jada. Fallington Carrington. Hello, blessings and good evening. Good evening to you too. Okay, so enough people is in here. I can ask which topic y'all want to talk about first, and then we'll go from there. We don't want to talk about Lady Saw, or we don't want to talk about Corey, or we don't want to talk about Lila. So comment and tell me which one you guys want to talk about first, and then I'll take it from there. If you don't do it fast enough, I'll just choose for y'all. So far, everybody has been saying Lila. So we're gonna go with Lila without any hesitation because I only have a good solid hour on here today. So let me share my screen so y'all can see where the information is coming from. And this is coming from Dancehall Mag. Big up to Dancehall Mag. It says reggae songstress Lila Ike have revealed that she's currently diagnosed with bipolar disorder. In an interview with Yendi on Sunday, airing of the Odyssey, IK 27 broke her silence about her mental health struggle and how it threatened to halt her music career. I just learned a couple of weeks ago that I have bipolar disorder. I was formally diagnosed with it, she revealed. It is something that I've been experiencing for a while and didn't even recognize what was happening to me. Like after an extreme high or coming off a stage or learning about a big accomplishment, I almost always go into feeling depressed. Wow. According to the Mayo Clinic, bipolar disorder, formerly called manic depression, is a mental health condition that causes extreme mood swings that incline emotional highs, mania or hypomania, and lows, depression. Lila, who rose to fame with songs like Where I'm Coming From, Second Chance, and I Spy, explained that prior to her diagnosis, she never understood why she would have these erratic mood swings. Everything that you've accomplished and all of your skills and your talent, it gets clouded. Like I just can't see beyond it. You get extremely low and you just don't want to do it anymore, she said. In November 2021, the singer shared a series of cryptic tweets about her sexuality, followed by a troubling Instagram live alleging that there were people threatening her life. Speaking of about that on the episode, she said, recently I had one of those moments, wasn't sleeping, can't seem to just steady myself and calm myself down. So within that moment, I'm scared. I'm paranoid. I'm thinking that the only way to protect myself is to go on my live because there's no way anyone is going to hurt me in front of everybody. So I went on my live, and at this point, I'm crying and telling people, yo, they might try to kill me, and I need y'all to save me. Somebody call Protege, Jas Ellis, and Stefana, somebody, and these are all the people that could have just picked up my phone and called. She added, in this moment, the only reality that I know is what is happening and is what I'm feeling. I don't know anything. I don't know any other than the fact that he is trying to kill me and I need to try and find a way to save myself. She continued. Lila said it doesn't take long for her friend and fellow singer, Jazz Ellis, and her stylist to catch wind of the live and go to see her. Soon enough, her family offered support and took her to the hospital where she was medicated and ultimately diagnosed. So that's where I'll end it. If you want to read the rest of it, you can definitely go in and go to Dancehall Mag and find the full article. And you can watch Odyssey by Yendi. Me and Babe was actually sitting down watching it. I think we got to 30 minutes, but it's over an hour long and we'll finish it later. But as far as mental health is concerned, I think a lot of people feel like when you are a artist, you don't have the same struggles that regular people have, or you're superhuman, or certain things just don't phase you. And that is not the case. And it's not the case for her either. Excuse me. Everybody go through things. And as far as mental health is concerned, I'm big promoter. We've been promoting this for a long time because we feel like it is a taboo in our country. But I definitely feel like there needs to be more attention placed on the mental aspect that comes in our country. And Lila is no different than anybody else. If you guys know anything, you guys will know that Chris Brown have the same condition. So I feel like it's very good of her for actually talking about her diagnosis, and it can also be a bad because when things hit the fan, people will definitely try to use it against you, especially mental health. And a lot of Jamaican take it as a joke, or them say you're just like that cause you want to be like that, or nothing no really wrong with you, or somebody obia you so you need to go obia them back, or just stuff that's not appropriate to say. And that's how they handle it, when in truth and in fact that is the furthest thing from the truth. One thing I didn't get to in the show is if she's actually on medication now or what, but I feel like she's on the path of actually walking and living in her truth. I feel like the first part of that was her actually coming out and saying that she like women, and now coming out and talking about her mental health, in all honesty, is just making her look more human, making her look like a regular person and not like the superstar, the entertainer, the big artist. Lila Ike is having a more human appeal. And I think for her audience and for people that watch her and support her, is just another layer of Lila Ike that you get to know and you get to see. And honestly, I wish more people will talk about their mental health and what they go through so it won't be such a big taboo. And y'all can say a lot of things about this generation, but one thing is for sure: we live in our truth no matter how we think it's going to make us look, whether good, bad, or indifferent. And we are trying to break certain cultural norms. that we have seen for decades and decades. So I have to, I have to give it up to my generation for actually bringing awareness to these things with the help of other generations. But I feel like we definitely are more open. We're willing to get help. We're willing to actually talk about the stuff and not hide it and pretend. So I can only give her props for living in her truth. Let me read some of these comments. Uh, Fallen Kurgan says, "Love the new look you're rocking. Thank you." And Kim would say, "You have to accept that something isn't well with you first." And yes, you're very right. You have to actually acknowledge that something is wrong with you. And the fact that she acknowledged it shows that she's going through the stages of actually making herself better. Well, Lila is on the road of being helped because she has taken the first step, which is accepting that she have a condition. And I agree cold-heartedly. She is definitely on the road to recovery and bettering herself. Kim would say, "Who feels it knows it," and that is facts. Unless you have been with mental issues or mental problem, and or you sympathize with someone that actually has it because you know it and you have studied it and know that it's something that they can't change. uh, Definitely, definitely, who feels it knows it, because a lot of people can't relate, not because they don't know what it's like or what it feels like, it's because they're in denial about what is happening to them or their family member or their child or their cousin. So who feels it definitely knows it. And the more you're self-aware of what you're going through mentally, is the more you feel it and feel it even worse, because your brain is actually registering that something is wrong and can tell you that, okay, something is off today. Mona Lisa, Marion Hall is probably also bipolar. I saw, we're not gonna Marion just yet, but I'm not gonna diagnose anybody. She had her ceremony, and then a whole bunch of things followed that. And I will say it only takes a few things to happen back to back to back for you to have an episode. But I'm not gonna self-diagnose her as bipolar. She's human just like everybody else and have feelings just like everybody else. And the same way, sometimes you can't tap into that side of your brain and actually turn the vulgarness off, or turn what you're feeling off. It's the same way for her. And it's the same thing that I was talking about. A lot of people feel like because they're artists, they can't have an episode, or they can't say something wrong, or they can't do something wrong in which they have to be corrected. Marlene SG said, I also think so. So anyways, we will go into the next section. What first it was Lila, then it was Corey. So I'm gonna share the article that Observer just printed, or Observer or Star. I think Star. Let me correct it. Star just printed and said that Chief Corey actually turned over his firearm to the FLA. Let me share my screen and find you guys the article. So this is a Star, and it says Corey turns over firearm to FLA. And it said the Star has been reliably informed that embattled Maroon Chief Richard Corey yesterday handed over his gun to the Firearm Licensing Authority. A day after the agency's CEO, Shane Dawlin, said he was in breach of the Firearms Act. Darlin, during a FLA press conference on Tuesday at the AC Hotel in St. Andrew, disclosed that Corey was issued two gun permits which have now expired. He has also outlined that Corey failed to renew his gun license and the matter was referred to the police. According to the news team source, Corey, with a traveling party of more than 5 people, arrived at the FLA St. Andrew office about 3:45 p.m. He left 45 minutes later. Corey is being represented by prominent Queen Counsel Valerie Netta Robinson. The source informed that Corey, who is colonel of the Accompon Maroons in St. Elizabeth, had attempted to apply for a new permit and was denied. The Star also understands that Corey's gun permit was up for renewal from September of 2021. The news team attempted to get a comment from Netta Robinson, but calls to her mobile went straight to her voicemail. Last year, the regulatory board said it would investigate Corey following the release of a video on social media that showed a confrontation between him and members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force in Bethlehem, St. Elizabeth. In a video, Corey was heard telling the police officers to leave the area after they allegedly went there to destroy marijuana plants. Corey had a shotgun slung over his back. And that is the end of the article, and that is where they talked about it today. So as far as Corey is concerned, I did a very long, in-depth video when this first happened. I think it's like 30 minutes long. They didn't renew his license. I'm going to say I feel like personally they didn't renew his license back in September because he was opposing Andrew. Andrew put whoever I want in certain position. As you can see, this is the second time that he has been prime minister that he has shuffled his cabinet. He is the absolute first prime minister that I've seen done this. But he's shuffled the deck and he puts who he wants to put where he wants to put them when he so pleases and when things align for him. So as far as Corey was being denied, I feel like it's because it's affecting Andrew's bottom line. And Andrew's bottom line is to get the Maroons from off that land so that company can go mine in cockpit country and they can make all the money in the world. That's just the end all be all for it as far as I'm concerned. I will say though, I'm glad that he went and turned over the firearms. I'm glad that he didn't go alone and he had multiple people with him because I feel like now more than ever, he has a target on his back. And the fact that Andrew recently held a meeting with all the other Maroon chiefs and he left out Corey says that a lot of things are going to take place and he needs to be willing and able and capable of taking care of himself and the people that he was put in there to protect. I definitely feel like a target is on his back, no more than ever. Anytime people shows opposition to whoever is actually in power running a country, it always causes issue because you are testing someone's authority, and especially if they're a male, they're full of ego, and once you mess with their egos, everything go downhill after that. um Let me read some of these comments. They purposely did not renew Corey license because this liquor may not behave himself. Honestly, they feel like they need to. He is an outlier that can probably start a revolt, can start up something in the country. He has the power to oppose what the higher ups do and say, and they don't want that. They don't want someone else that they didn't elect, they didn't put in that position to have that much power. They feel like Corey has too much influence and he is too knowledgeable and he can pose a serious issue for the opposing bodies of whatever they want to do in Maroontown, and they are not here for it and they're not having it. Also, the other chief that actually went to that meeting with Andrew, I'm sorry, but I'm looking at every last one of them with a side eye. The fact that Corey wasn't in attendance and they still went raises a whole lot of red flags. And I feel like now the waters is muddy and Corey definitely don't and will not know who he's able to trust and not trust. And this is why I say he's gonna have to move a certain way from now on. And I'm happy he didn't go to that office by himself. Because honestly, I feel like if he had gone to that office by himself and they knew that he was by himself, then probably would have get somebody to shoot him up and say it was a drive-by shooting or some craziness like that. And I honestly feel like I'm just gonna throw this out there. I feel like if Chief Corey actually went and actually ran for prime minister, and he don't even have to go JLP or PNP, he can go to the independent body that is actually in Jamaica now. If Chief Corey actually ran, Andrew feel like he would probably lose. And I feel like that's why he is feeling threatened, really, because there's nobody else that could actually stand a chance in my eyes, really, because the new person that they elected for PNP doesn't strike me as he can win. And the way how Jamaica's system is set up, when it comes on to election and stuff, they can go back as many times as they want. Um, Mona Lisa, what kind of curtains you have up? I don't even know what y'all are talking about. Don't say hate, that's a strong word. I was just having a conversation about the use of the word hate a few minutes ago. Did somebody say something about my curtains? I like my curtains and I like the colors that I like. This was actually decorated for Christmas, and I removed some of the Christmas decorations, and I still keep the red and white because February is Valentine's Day. But that's neither here nor there. I'm moving off track, and I'm not gonna stay that long on here. So yeah. Kim once said he had been torn in Andrew's side pertaining the cockpit country before the expiration, so they don't renew it. Yes, and he was fighting for them to not mine in cockpit country even before it made news, even before anything was public that we know of. Because so that's very true. And then Mona Lisa, toxic parents cause mental illness and faulty childhood programming. We must not be afraid to distance ourselves from toxic parents so we can heal. You need to distance yourself from any and everybody, really, if you want to heal and if they're not hindering your healing. Hopefully, they will renew the license so he can protect himself and his people. They're not. They're definitely not. They are setting him up. Um, as far as now, people know that he don't have a gun to actually protect his himself and his people. So everybody and their mother know. So who can tell that if they don't send somebody up there to try kill him, uh, something crazy. And honestly, I don't put anything from over anyone at this point. But now everyone knows that he don't have a firearm to protect himself because he handed it over. And now, more than ever, I feel like they can set him up, and he would not be able to actually defend himself. I hope he actually have people around him that have their firearm license and is able to protect him because he's definitely a target. And let me play what Boja had to say for you guys because I think finally someone that's in a place of power and position is using their platform for good and not foolishness. So,
Greetings, people of the world. This is Bojo Bantan, the first unoriginal Maroon. Bojo means breadfruit in a Maroon language. In most recent times, like today, the Jamaica Observer published an article stating that the Maroon chief is in breach of the Jamaica Firearms Act, which he clearly says a blatant ploy by the Jamaican crime minister to hurt this young man and hurt many of us who stand up and see the blatant wickedness and criminality being perpetrated by the Jamaican politicians and the Jamaican populace. Here in Jamaica, the criminals have more guns than the legal, lawful people in this country. The criminals run around wanted. We have police criminal, soldier criminal, all kind of criminal. And our crime minister's friends are the biggest criminal, and they have all the guns in this country. So when you want to label a chief as having an illegal weapon because you want to destroy him and destroy his credibility, yes, it is not right. I want the world to keep a close look at this because you see that our crime minister has just tried to pass a legislation that illegal firearm holders, the people who have a legal gun, them to get life in prison or them to kill them on spot. We don't put anything past these criminals. So therefore, they are the real criminals who are running this country with a criminal grip because they are criminal masterminds. And this is another ploy with criminal intent to hurt another citizen of this country. And we're putting it on blast. Thank you. Greetings, people of the world.
so Bojo definitely took a stand and used his platform and speak out in support of Chief Curry. And a lot of times people like to negate what Bojo has to say, but he is well within his rights and within a position where he can say what he feels is right and not right. Shout out to him for actually backing him because I don't know a lot of others entertainers that are going to use their platform like he did. Enough of them not jeopardize them friend and company and Combolo and their status in Jamaica because of somebody else. Them no trust, love, or support nobody else. So definitely shout out to Bojo for actually doing what is right, really. But let me read some of these comments. Jamaica are to get rid of both parties or having a hang parliament so no one party can govern. It takes two. I don't know about that. He exposed to all elements. I'm confused. I don't know what the point to talk about. Ivan said, good afternoon. Good afternoon, Ivan. Falling to Bujuken, which is crooked, cannot be straight. Okay, that don't make no sense. Bojawantan definitely having some kind of mental crisis after he almost died from COVID. We don't hear him talk much about the vaccine. He definitely talked about the vaccine. I don't know where you are or what you're doing, but really you're starting to become a pest in my comment section. Kian Tajde say awesome job Buju. Miss Goldie said, good afternoon, Shakira's fair and family. Up, up, up. So, sad for being late, but I had an appointment. It is completely fine. You're here now. Somebody said, meeting other maroon chiefs without curry and them accepting without curry present can be viewed two ways. Either Andrew trying to turn them against curry, and I agree, that can also be a part of it because you probably want if they have you probably want to know if they have the authority to actually get all the maroon chiefs together and try to force Corey to leave his position and give it to somebody else. And probably are doing research on it. Real ask them if anything like that in the books that he can do. Who knows why he do what he do? But all I have to say is Corey definitely needs to watch him back. Ross Jada said, or they want to see what Andrew up to. Mm, that too. But are they loyal enough to actually go back and tell Corey what was said in that meeting? That's the question. So we can move on to Marion Hall because we're 30 minutes in. I think it will probably take the next 30 minutes to talk about her because uh, I have some things to say. I always have something to say, but this one especially I always do. So let's go to this article. I love the picture where Observer use. It says Barbara Gale, Lena Writer, sent on property belonging to Minister Marian Hall, formerly Lady Saw, is now being advertised for sale to recover $3 million, ordered by the Supreme Court in compensation for 68-year-old woman who was bitten by the entertainer's dog in September of 2009. In June 2020, the court ordered that the property must be sold for less than $60 million on the open market to settle the judgment. Hall was also given an option to pay the award in installments. Sorry. The court said she could pay $1 million before July 30th, 2020 to the claimant's attorneys, then agreed to a payment plan for the balance of the money. Failure to comply would result in the property being sold, the court ruled. The senior citizen who is suffering financial hardships because she cannot work as a result of the injuries has so far received no money. Anthony Jacqueline Cummins, who is representing the dog bite victim, said the property has been listed for sale since 2020. But to date, there have been no buyers. Dorothy Wilson filed a suit in March 2010 seeking damages for injuries she suffered from dog bites when she went to Hall's home in Chancery Hall, St. Andrew, as a helper. So she didn't want to help her. While walking in the yard, Wilson was attacked by dogs. She stated in her claim, sorry, that Hall was the owner and breeder of the dogs. Wilson said Hall was negligent because she failed to lock away the dogs when she knew or ought to have known that they would attack her. She suffered injuries to her hands and leg and is unable to work. There's an assessment of damages in October of 2015, and Wilson was awarded a total of 3 million with interest. I know she not start pay it. No man, Hall was not presented at the hearing and was not represented. In June 2020, the Supreme Court, after hearing legal arguments from attorneys representing the parties, ordered that a company in St. Anne, which is part of Uptown and Baham Spring, to be sold to settle the judgment debt. The court set the remuneration for the estate agent dealing with the sale at 3.5%. So this happened from 2015, and she has not paid anything yet according to the article. So something, something. And I went she baptized again. Cause if I made the lady Sam would have paid her that day before me step my foot in a church. If I had a heavy bill like that of $3 million, I would have definitely made sure I settled that debt before I stepped into church. I want to know if when this happened, did she baptize? Because if she didn't baptize, what is the reason she didn't pay? Do she feel like she shouldn't pay her? She feel like it's not her fault she got bite? What is it really? Because if it was when she was named Lady Saw and not Minister Marion Hall, then I don't know. That wouldn't make any sense. But if she had it already Christian, you can make the assumption, or you can theorize allegedly that maybe the money that she thought would be coming in from ministering and doing gospel album isn't as much as she thought, and she was unable to pay it, or she feel like say she not pay, she a just a real bad girl and she not pay not even dollar. Divine Lies Horu telling your audience that they are a pest. You should be happy that people are listening to you because people are falling asleep here. Divine Light, I can tell whoever that they're a pest on my platform. They are. They're in my comment section talking foolishness and talking stuff that don't even make any sense. Like it, anyways, I don't know where you come from. But anyway, if this is all true, she should own up and pay her bill. I think she should pay too, but she probably are having issues paying, or she just feel like she a bad girl and she don't have to pay, or she want to give up that property anyways, and she decides to okay, let them sell it for how much it's worth, and I'll take the money and run. Buy another house, build another house, invest that money somewhere else, do something with it. You never know. La 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 la. I'm looking to see. Where's that person? Anyways, it's not that. So yeah, me really need to learn to not put mad people comments in my comment section. I'm actually really looking for this person in here to block because I don't know if I put them on block or actually put them on timeout, but that's neither here nor there. Let me make something crystal clear. There's a lot of new people on my channel. I haven't been going live like I normally would or used to because I have kids, and this is my platform. I'm gonna treat my platform how I want it to be treated. I don't care who you are and what you do and any of that. You see the name on this? The name on here says Shakira's Fear. In real life, a Shakira my name. So I'm gonna treat my platform how I want to treat it. If you're a distraction in my comment section, I will block and delete you with the quickness. Okay, block and delete is my favorite button to use on social media, especially on YouTube. And the fact that they take down the thumbs up button is another amazing thing. But yeah, please don't come on my live and try doing no foolishness because I'm not the one. You will get cussed the hell out in here with the quickness. I'm trying to be a better person and change, but don't push me out of my element because you will get cussed the hell out on here. When I mean cuss out, I mean like the proper political way to cuss somebody out on social media. You will get cussed like market woman. Okay, so let's relax and contribute in a positive manner to the topics on this platform so we don't have to be deleting our message. If they honestly, I don't come live and I definitely don't touch a lot of dance topics because of this very reason. Dancehall topics come with a whole bunch of negativity, and a certain type of people follow that type of content. And when I do those videos, my comment section is filled with foolishness. And derogatory statements and stuff like that. And I'm someone that when I invest my time into something, I don't want people coming on my comment section with foolishness. So, yeah. And that's why I don't do a lot of dancehall topics. Like, I let a lot of these dancehall topics slide and I don't cover them because too many mad people come with these topics. Anyways, pretty case and you think you're easy. Honestly, a lot. I'm me convinced that people really don't know me or they forget who I really am on this platform. Please don't play with me. I'm not like my husband. My husband is very much politically correct and he won't actually cuss anybody out. So people have this thing that they think we are the same. Don't do it over here. I don't have that much willpower to not cuss you out like he does. He have patience. And I hear my kid crying. Shakira, nobody cuss lady do enough of that for we. Babe, babe, we'll go get Milani, please. That's fine. Really? Mm-hmm. Me here. Okay. Me almost done anyways. Because I covered all the topics that I want to cover as far as this live is concerned. I actually have topics from the first two lives that I did the beginning of the year, and they're actually topics about stuff like that that I can cover. But because this is a hot topic, I will cover it. But everything else that you guys asked me to talk about, I will definitely cover it next week. I try to go live every Thursday now, so you guys can look out for that. Let me see. I normally write down my content or video ideas in my phone. So somebody asked me how to get rid of soul ties and like how long does it take and stuff like that. What else? A whole bunch of things in my phone. Black women, the stereotype that black women are aggressive versus assertive. Like there are so many other things on here that I can talk about and I will talk about next week. Anyway, I'm about to come off here because my daughter is up and go finish watching what I was watching with Babe and live my very best life. Um, Ross Shida said, come out of the fridge. He wasn't in the fridge. I think he was in the other room. I wonder if Miss Hall is experiencing financial issues, which is why she hasn't paid up. The house may be overpriced, and that is why it's not being sold. And that is very true. Very, very true. And as far as her saying that she's not leaving, I didn't even talk about that. As far as her saying that she's not leaving her ministry, she's actually taking her ministry to YouTube. I wish her all the best as far as that is concerned. I hope she continues to minister. I hope she continues to do what God has ordained her to do. But I hope she pick a side because from what I'm seeing, and I can say she's on the brink. We are confused if she dep on the Christian side or she want to come back on the dancehall side. So she can clarify some of that up for us. But as far as her ministering and stuff on social media or on YouTube, I won't be watching. Sorry, not sorry. I won't be watching. I'm not like I've explained this last week. I'm not a big believer in Christianity and these people's Bibles. So I won't be tuning in, I won't be watching. And also, taking your audience from one platform to another can be a very hard task. So I hope she's doing her research and actually preparing for what is going to come when she comes to YouTube. Because if she think coming to YouTube is going to make her life easier and better, she's in for a rude awakening. Just like Facebook and Instagram, stuff happen on the YouTube all the time. Honestly, they're no different. And she doing this makes me feel like everything that she did on Facebook, everything that she has done so far has been calculated, has been for a reason. All this publicity, all the stuff that has happened the last 2 weeks is because I feel like she wanted to move from Facebook to YouTube because she wanted to monetize her platform, and that is great, amazing. I love when women collect another bag. Wish them all the best at it. But YouTube is not as easy as people think it is, and this take a lot of dedication and focus. And I hope she has the ability to transfer her audience the way she thinks she can to YouTube. because plenty entertainers have tried. Let me tell you one what that pops up to my mind all the time. Footer always like go live on Instagram, and Instagram always popping, and people always on there talking a lot of stuff. But when Footer tried to move his audience from Instagram to YouTube, it didn't work out for him. So he had to start going back live on IG. A lot of entertainers feel like they can come over to YouTube platform and transfer their audience, and but YouTube is a lot of work, and a lot of people are not willing to put in work. I hope she's ready for everything that she is going to go through. And as far as monetization is concerned, that has changed drastically over the years. It entails a lot of steps, and it's not as easy as a lot of people try to believe. Kim would say, enjoy the remainder of your week with your kids and hobbies. I definitely will. I have homework to do. I always have homework. I don't know when I don't have homework at this place, but I'll probably be doing a lot of homework, and we will be doing our body reveal. I think I'm gonna let him put it up on his channel, both our body reveal, because I already have my Sunday video planned out and it's already scheduled and ready to upload. So I think our body reveal, both of our body reveal, is actually gonna go on his channel. Um, so that's something to look forward to this weekend, because we're gonna reveal our 1 month. Babe, you know. Oh, I was just about to say if it's cozy, but we actually revealed our 1 month progress, being in the gym, working out, eating clean, and all of that. So I'm super excited because I'm ready. I'm ready for this body reveal. I haven't felt like this about my body in a very long time. In a very long time, and it's just 1 month in, so I can't wait to see what my progress is going to look like at 3 months or at 6 months. KJ Empress says, yes, that's true. I heard her numbers went up since she started this mess. And good for her, because this is a way to monetize it and make money after it. And when she's talking about people don't have content, I hope she knows, when she was talking about YouTubers, I hope she knows that if she don't plan on being controversial, if she don't plan on people speaking on her, then social media is not for you. Okay, people will find any and every reason to talk about you, especially because you were Lady Saw, and you can't erase your past, whether it's a good or bad. Ross Jada said, ladies saw have lots of emotional issues struggling with and might not know how to get help, and that's why she come across angry. Yep. And honestly, I feel like she wasn't ready to go into Christianity. Lady Hall is smart. Don't put it past her, though. I don't put anything past anyone in this entertainment industry, because a lot of times it's a whole bunch of smoke and mirrors, and people know how to use media, especially if you've been in the entertainment business for a lot. You get to learn what works and what don't, what sell and don't sell, what's going to make you money versus not make you money. All publicity is good publicity is another thing that they use. So I'm gonna put none past her. If she consider YouTube better than where she is, sure she had considered it though. I don't know. I'm here to see it all. Your face is shining. That's good to see you happy. Thank you. I'm gonna be in somebody's yacht in no clothes this summer. Okay, naked. I'm going back to pre Shakira, pre baby lifestyle. You know, how me used to dress, liquor to nothing. I will be there, especially how me I work out in these people gym 5 to 6 days a week and eating right. I will be showing all of it this summer. I still can do the liquid. You're looking great. Thank you. And it's funny, because I went into the gym wanting to lose weight, and I actually I'm in the gym now trying to build muscle and lean my body out, not necessarily lose weight. So yeah. Yeah, keep up the good work. We will. Everybody keep safe. Lots of craziness happening all over the world. That is very, very true. Miss Goldie Robinson, try blending sweet fruits with non-sweet fruits. Don't know what you're talking about there. I love Lady Sa and hope to see her more on the dancehall platform. More strength to her. I hope she do whatever makes her happy. And in this case, I'm gonna get off here. Kim Shy say, hot girl summer. No, it's gonna be hot mama summer because I'm still going to be mom in it. So yeah, with that being said, I'm gonna get off of here. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and leave your comments in the comment section and keep the comments rolling for all the topics that we have talked about today. Lila Ike, diagnosis with bipolar. Corey, what do you guys think about him actually turning over the firearm? Do you think it's a good thing or a bad thing that he turned over the firearm? And Minister Marion Hall coming back to social media on YouTube. Do you think she's going broke? Do you think she can pay but she don't want to pay? What are your thoughts? And I'll see you later. This is